I know all you can get, you're going and grabbing on it. So thank you for showing up, and for the rest of the crowd, this is really a great showing for us. This is a night really for us to thank the people that did the work. Yogi was so helpful, and so many people worked together. Penguin did a great job of deciding to take us in and give us a chance at this effort. We really couldn't have done this without them, so thank you so much for standing by us. It really is a time of feeling the connection with loyalty. You know, I just feel it wherever we go. And I know that there are people that want to know what's going on in this program, because there was something special. You took part in it, those that followed us, that have been so close to it. You watched it happen and kind of formulate right before your eyes. And it was really the essence of what we wrote about in the book. It was started with a vision of what we could possibly create, and then on we go to go ahead and bring it to life, and we did that. The reason for writing this book really was to help us generate revenue to take money towards the foundation. A Better LA is a foundation that we got together a number of years ago. We kicked it into high gear. It took us some time to get going because we started from scratch and didn't know where we were going. We just needed to try to save lives of the young kids in LA. And from that thought, that original concept, Lou Tice came together from the Pacific Institute, and we started this thing in motion. And as we were able to see people convene, and we became somewhat of a catalyst in the LA area, people started to get excited about coming together like they had never come together for this issue of the violence that was in the streets, and kids, getting killed and getting injured and all. And it just took on a great life. And A Better LA is really something that we're so proud of. Just so that you know what we're talking about, what we have endeavored to do is to create a model in Los Angeles, one of the most difficult environments that you can go into for the whole gang element, and create a model that we could show how to turn around areas and take them from violent situations where kids were dying in the streets, kids weren't going to school, the parents were afraid to let their kids out of their houses, and take a model and show that you can do this one person at a time from the inside out, with people from the areas that were willing to turn their hearts around, and with good backing and good preparation could be extraordinarily effective. And it's just frankly happened. And so we're so proud of that, and now it's our job to sell to the state of California and the city of Los Angeles that they need to embrace this and spread it out and save the state a fortune of money by using this model that is not that costly, but it is so highly effective. So we're so proud of that. But we're working and endeavoring to keep this thing going, and so that's what inspired me to get after the book. There's a number of other things that we did in conjunction with that, but this was really the heart and the start of the revenue that we could hopefully generate and turn the money right back into the foundation. So we're really proud of that. Jamie has been a big part of this, and Brian Center, who is really the top of the whole organization, is the executive director out in LA. They're here to listen to whatever you think of. If you think you can help, if you'd like to lend a hand, we're wide open to you. So they'll be available to you, before you leave tonight. So, but thank you for that. So that's what was behind this. I would never have written a book just to write a book. I'm just not motivated to do it for that reason. But once I connected it with the foundation, boy, then it took a life of its own, and on we went. Now understand this, you're not looking at an author right here, okay? Now, I know there's a book here with our name on it, but we had to work our butts off to get this done, and it was just because, we weren't equipped. But through hard work and the dedication of Yogi and the people that helped us, we found a way to get our words together. What we've shared with you here is it's just the core of what we've been all about since you've watched this and seen us come to life at SC. What we're so excited about is the power that comes from understanding what you're all about and who you are. And when you come to that point where you start to embrace your potential of the world that you can reach out to, the world that you can affect, something changes. There's a transformation that takes place. It's not easy to get there. You're challenged by getting to the point where you start to figure that out, but if you'll start to work at it, all of a sudden your life will take some changes and you'll become empowered to do things that you may never thought you could ever do. Who would have thought, of the people who followed SC for years, who would have thought that 7, 8, 9 years we would just take over college football? You wouldn't have thought that could happen. I was told by everybody who shook my hand when I went in there, oh, good luck. It was like shaking hands with the guy getting in the barrel going over Niagara Falls, Yeah, good luck, you don't have a chance. But with the value of a philosophy behind us, and then a really clear, strong vision, we were able to create a mindset where we could see where we were going before we ever got there. And the kids bought into it to a point where they were just willing to do whatever it took, and we diligently stayed in connection with that vision. And in 2005, it's Friday night before the Orange Bowl. And I'm trying to think, what can I tell these guys? We've just on a beautiful run. We're winning every game. We look great. Everything looks awesome. It's the matchup of the century, SC Oklahoma, the one team against the two team, all of the buildup. And I was just racking my brain. What can I possibly tell these guys that would help them in that last final bit of preparation as we get into this huge event coming up in the Orange Bowl, in National Tube and everything, culmination of a great season. And really, it was minutes before I walked in. I was stressed. I couldn't figure out what was worthy of the moment. I thought, I'm just going to tell them where we all started, where we came from, and make sure that they at least acknowledge and understand what has happened in the time we've been here. So as I talked to the team and talking to Matt and Reggie and all the fellas in that room there, and all the guys that you love to watch in those days, I just told them, remember, fellas, there was a time when we talked about doing things better than it's ever been done before in everything that we do. We're going to compete from word go in everything that we do. We're going to never back off of this vision we've created and the style of our play and the rules that we live by and all of the things that we believe in until we create it and it comes to life. And I said, what is so freaking awesome is here we are standing the night before the game. We know we're going to win, right? And I was hoping they were buying into it. We know we're going to win. We're going to go live this whole illustration of what it is to have a vision, clearly decide on what exactly it can be so well that you can feel like you can feel the fabric of the vision. Everybody understood it. And we would not back off until we absolutely created it. I said, fellas, we've done that. And the fact that we're going to win the national championship tomorrow has nothing to do with the power of what we just realized and created right before our eyes. And I was able to tell them that you now know the power that you have in the world and the lives that you lead. Once you leave here and get out of here, you're the ones that can create the vision of whatever you want to create if you won't back down. And you'll continue to compete and battle to get yourself there and will not give up on what you want to create. And we need to take that lesson and embrace it and take it well beyond winning the Orange Bowl tomorrow night. And it was cool because we went out and kicked ass, didn't we? It was great, man. It was such a great night of football for us and the accomplishment. And it was really the recognition of what we had started and how we had decided to put this into motion was possible. And it really came to life. So that, among the numbers of stories that are in there, are just kind of things that we tried to share with you. Because there are some really cool stories that really pertain to the creation of the concept and the mentality it took to get to this. The value of competition, which is such a central theme in our program, and we continue to talk about it. Interestingly, I was on the radio today talking with the guys on Sirius Radio, Pat Kerwin and Tim Ryan. I don't know if you hear them. But they have interviewed a lot of our Seattle players. And the Seattle players, they said categorically, can't stop talking about competition and battling and practice and all the same exact things that you would hear from all of the guys, from Carson Palmer through all the way through to Matt Barkley. That's all they know, and it's all they've come to understand about what our world is all about. And it's become such a powerful vehicle for us that as I talk to, and I'm sure most of you are involved in the world of business in some sort or other, that's here in New York, the competition is so critically important when you can creatively involve it in everything that you're doing and you continue to strive and to fight. Imagine if you lived your life in a relentless pursuit of finding a competitive edge in everything you're doing. That's what we did. That's how we do it. And when you incorporate that into your mindset, that's a competitor's mindset. You can't back off of that. That's who you are. That's what you're all about. And that's what we have created here is a way to do that. So as you have a chance to get through the book, I hope you'll enjoy the heck out of it. What's most important to me is that we recognize that you're helping the kids in the street in LA. That's hugely important for me as we do this. But if you take stuff away from, I think you'll be able to take things not just to your business life, not just if you're a youth coach for soccer teams or basketball teams or whatever you do, but in your own life too. We have great power. Great power within us to create whatever we want. If you feel stuck, a little bit stuck kind of where you are in your job or where you live or in your world, in your relationships or in your own personal development, there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, a lot of people are stuck. We all feel like that at times. But we're only stuck as long